Hey guys, this is from Team Industrial Design Institute, and in this video we'll be learning about bracket, how to create a bracket using Catia V5. Okay, so let's begin. So first I'll try to make a top view of element. So top view, so initially I'll create 50 diameter, and also there is one more smaller hole which is 25 millimeter, right? So I create 25 millimeter diameter, which is nothing but hole, right? Next, so I'll create a reference line. Reference line makes my work more easy, so it has been offsetted. Now I convert that into a horizontal, which will be exact. You can see it is constrained. Now I create a vertical line, right? And this other vertical line is nothing but it's for my construction or a reference line. One more, I create another vertical line. So this both acts as a reference for me, where I can build the model more easy. Okay, so now I create a hole, which I create both a hole which has a diameter of 17, radius of 17 and radius of 15. So first I'll try to create a diameter of 34 mm. Okay, so same hole 34. So same thing what I do. Okay, now I give a constraint with respect to a horizontal line. So horizontal line, it will be almost 65, like half of 130, it is 65 mm, right? Now with respect of vertical line, I give a dimension which is nothing but 55 mm, and I can see a circle, this is moving, and I give a reference. Try to coincidence, you can see a error which is inconsistency error. So I delete the inconsistency error. I give a dimension with respect to horizontal plane, which is nothing but 65 mm. Yeah. Now I'll create a mirror with respect of horizontal line. So I got a horizontal. Now, so let me frame a box. I'll try to frame a outer body. So initially, if I have the outer body, whereas I can extrude or I can make a pad for a certain thickness, right? So here I'm creating a line. See, the line is it's getting constrained with some other element. So avoid that. So make it vertical. Now, so I create another line. This line will be a horizontal line at the corner. Yeah. Next, I create a vertical line at the edge, right? So let's give me a constraint. So I'll give you a tangency constraint. So here I give a tangency constraint. So constraint is nothing but it is about a relation. We are creating a relation between each element. Now I'll create a radius fillet. Fillet is nothing but it's a corner or a radius kind of edge. Whereas now I can make a tangency with respect to the initial circle which I have built. Let's delete the remaining excess lines. Now I create a whole diameter and I give a constraint for that, basically a dimension constraint. So diameter of 15 mm. Same for next. So diameter of 15 mm. Now, okay. So this two circles I'll make a mirror, like so it's almost, and the elements which I have I'll similarly I'll give a mirror for that. Now I delete the excess lines, excess arc which is projecting out, excess. And if I try to build a 3D element, so initially it doesn't get built up. So I prefer more giving in constraint. Just try to make it a complete constraint. So I give a tangency with respect of all the edges, all the corners. Tangency, yes, yes. So I remove this excess arc. So this is my 2D model. So initially what I gonna do is I'll try to make it 3D, but I get an error. It's called over constraint. Can you see the over constraint line? So I've given a dimension twice. So if you people just get like over constraint like this, just try to delete any one dimension, whereas after deleting, if you try to make a 3D, yes, 3D happens. So what is the thickness of it? So initially I'll give a smaller thickness. It's nothing but 32 mm, right? So after 32 mm thickness, I'll try to make a side view, the side part, which is like a lever. I'll create the lever with respect to center plane. You can see the plane, I mean the model as it's getting tilted. I need it properly, should be aligned. So you can see this horizontal line. I'll reverse it and I make it straight. So now it is proper. Now I'll try to create a reference line vertically. I'll give a dimension with respect to this. How much is that? It's 160, and I create a circles 20 diameter and 46 diameter. So can you see it? Yes. (20 and 46). Yeah. So now, let's check the height. So height I give with respect of a horizontal line. It is almost 137. Yes. So you can see this. I exit the workbench. Now I'll mirror it. What's the dimension of this? Almost 62. 62. What I'll do is half of 62 I mirror extend it. Yes, 62 divided by 2, so 31. So both the side 31, it's nothing but 62. Yes. Now, so next what will begin is like we can create the model with respect of the plane which is center. You can see the center plane. Yes. So here, yeah, you can see it is tilting. I want to make it a proper view. So let me check once again. Okay. So now I'll go to a center plane. I'll go for a positioning sketch. Positioning sketch, I can see I'll change the horizontal. Got the reference. Now, how to create this arc? So initially I go to an option called, there is an option of making a arc, 3-point arc, 1, 2 with respect of center. I drag it. Now I'll project the edges. So you can see I have two options. You can create it by like making a circle, or you can project it. I give a relation tangency. So tangency relation, this is how it works. So now I'll give a reference. I'll create a dimension for it. So dimension is nothing but 107. So you can see this model is getting moved, but you can see a distance. It is 100 mm. This 100 mm, I'm not getting a center axis or a center point reference. So what I'll do is I'll create a circle with respect of internal diameter, right? And so now I got the center point. So initially what I do, I make a coincidence with that. Now I can give a dimension with respect to the edge. Almost 100 mm it is, 100 mm. Yeah. Now create a So try to complete it with respect of the plane. So I create a relation between the both. The relation between both is tangency. Yes, correct. Next, so I create the same with respect to edge. This edge and this corner I'll try to make a coincidence. Yes, now I'll create a fillet. What is the size of a fillet? You can see it is 45, radius of 45. I'll give R45. Yes. Now I'll try to connect this point with respect to this point, but can you see there is some angle? It's moving at an angle. I'll give a relation of horizontal with respect of the plane. I'm trying to make it coincidence. Done. Got it? Yes. So I'll remove the excess. Even I don't want I don't want the external circle arc. I want the internal. I'll try to make, this is what I required. So I want to convert this into a 3D model. I'll go out. See, can you see a black dot? So try to avoid that black dot. It's nothing but the edges are not exactly coincident or connected. Okay. So I'll try to increase this arc. Now I'll erase the excess. Now if I try to make a 3D, and still you can see a black dot. Zoom. So a clear picture, you can see it has come out. I'll delete the both. So this is how the relation is. So convert this into a 3D. So what is the thickness? It is almost 37 mm. I'll give 37 divided by 2. It's almost 18.5. So 2 times I'll try to make a mirror. So mirror is the best option you can utilize in software. Now you can see internally there are some slot. This slot I have to create in this plane. Select the plane, go for a positioning sketch. Now I will create, so internally there should be some parameter. I'll do a offset for it. Offset of this edge. You can see this offset arc. So this arc I have to create it with, I'll try to create the both. So it's showing it is not created. So I'll create only the arc portion offset for certain mm. What is that certain mm? So let's check. Here 95 and 107. What I'm gonna do is I'll check what is the wall thickness. (107) and 95, radius of 95. So 107 minus 95 is equal to 12 mm. So the offset between a bigger and smaller arc is 12 mm. Right, 12 mm. Done. So I'll do the same for this corner. I'll make offset. So what is the offset distance? Offset distance, radius of 45 and minus radius of 57. So I'll clear this. 57 minus 45. You can see this is a 12 mm. So I'll give 12 mm as a parameter. Now I'll try to connect all the edges. So I'll make it exactly vertical. You can see a green. This is the excess line. Yeah. So I close the component. I close the sketch where I've created, but I have to give a coincidence. So try to make green in color, which is nothing but completely constrained. I project this corner, and excess I will delete it. excess I'll delete it and delete it. Yes, done. Go out. So this element have a offset of like 37 mm and center thickness should be almost 15 mm. So what is the calculation behind it? So yes, 37, center it is 15 mm thickness. Yes, here 37 minus 15, so I'll be getting 22 divided by 2 place. It's almost 11 and 11. So I make a pocket for 11 mm. Yes. Now I'll create a same feature. Like mirroring. So there is an option called mirror. Okay. Select the pocket feature and you can say mirror constraint element, yes, except with respect of center plane. Now you say okay. This is how the model is built. Right. So this is built, and next. So I want to create this 50 mm. This shaft need to be extruded. I mean padded. Create a sketch with respect. So I'll create a sketch. I'll give a concentricity. I'll try to give a coincidence first. This is a one. Coincidence, it takes the exact parameter which I need. Coincidence. Now I'll create a hole diameter with respect to center. So with respect to center, this is coincidence. Yes. And I create the same for the coincidence. Yes. Now I'll create a mirror with respect to horizontal plane. Mirror, horizontal plane is my axis. Oh, I got it. Go out. So what is the thickness? Like how much it should be projected out? So almost 6 mm you can see. I'll give it 6. Done. Next. So 6 mm it is. Okay. Now so next is 50 mm. I need to make a same. There is one projection of a shaft right here. Let me check a distance, how much thickness it is. It is 32. So in order to make it like 50, which is the best option I can provide. So best option is I have to create it with respect to center. Creating center, I can make 25 at either sides. Create a plane with respect to 32. 32 divided by 2, almost it's moving in negative direction, 16 mm. Now I create a plane. I fit it. Now I create a circle with respect to edge. I make a coincidence. Okay. Why I make coincidence? That's a parameter which I required. So I make a hole again. Coincidence. Right. So this one, if I try to increase, I need 50 mm. So I give 25 mirror extend. So this becomes 50 mm purely. That's what a model looks like. Nice. So you can see some corner edges. There are some fillets, and I have to create a slot bottom. There are some parameters provided. Okay. So I take a plane edge. Now I create a rectangle block with respect to edge. 40 mm distance, and this is almost 12 mm. Now what is the height? Height is almost, it's showing 8. I needed 5. Right. So go out, exit workbench. Now pad it up to last. It's not working. You can just take an option called up to plane. Up to plane is the best option. Select the plane. Now you can say okay, done. So there's a model. Now, so final thing is there are some edges at corner. You can see a fillet of radius 6 projecting. So I'll make a radius edge fillet. Just select it properly. The edges 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So I'll give 6 mm as a radius. Yeah, so this is what the model looks like. So, and also bottom there is one more radius. I can see this radius, same radius. I'll select the bottom edge properly. Try to select the edge. Yes, done. So this is how the model looks like. Yes, isometric view. Now let's check what is the weight of this model. So if I want to do, I have to, okay, so there is the option of measuring. Let me confirm first of all the whole size is correct. Yes, there is the option called apply material. Select a material, metal. I go with aluminum. This is a material. I paste it. I say okay, done. Now I change into apply material, shaded with material. So this is how it looks like in appearance if it is in aluminum. But let me check what is the weight for this. So if you want to check, there is something called measure inertia. Select the part body. You can check the whole weight. So weight, basically it will be in mass 2.336 kg. And main and basic important thing is you have to understand about density. So this material having 2710 kg per meter cube. That's all. Thank you.